Dear friends, today we will discuss relative stability of acid derivatives and their order of reactivity towards nucleophilic substitution reaction. So in our previous lecture we discussed that carboxylic acids they can be represented by this structure and they undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction like this. If we have some nucleophile, then this nucleophile will replace this L R C nucleophile double bond O plus L negative. So this is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. So more precisely it is called nucleophilic acyl substitution. So this reaction is nucleophilic acyl substitution. Now depending upon the type of L, so we have four types of acid derivatives: R, C, double bond O, Cl. These are called acid chlorides. R, C, double bond O, O, C, double bond O, R dash. These are called anhydrides. Then we have esters: R, C, double bond O, O, R dash. These are called esters. And at the last we have amides. So all these four carboxylic acid derivatives they undergo nucleophilic site substitution. All can undergo, but their relative reactivity is different. Relative reactivity is different. So some of them they are more reactive, some of them they are less reactive. So that's what we have to explain today. That is our topic. We have to find their relative reactivity towards, and please keep in mind we are discussing nucleophilic acyl substitution reaction. So we will see out of these four which is more reactive and which is less reactive towards nucleophilic acyl substitution. So we have specified a particular reaction. So we are doing this for nucleophilic substitution reaction. So basically we will be adopting two methodologies to find their relative order of reactivity. The first is based on their order of stability. Based on the relative stability of acid derivative. Stable the acid derivative, more stable the acid derivative, less is the reactivity. That is a common sense that if it is more stable definitely it will be less reactive. So second we will explain on the basis of leaving group. So basically in acid chloride this is the leaving group. In anhydride this is the leaving group. In ester this is the leaving group, and in amide this is the leaving group. L, basically L, this L can be Cl, OR dash, OCOR dash, okay, and NH2. So depending upon the leaving group, whether it is a good or poor leaving group, that will decide the reactivity of these carboxylic acid derivatives. So better the leaving group, greater is the reactivity. Better the leaving group, greater is the reactivity. So these are the two things that we will be discussing today, and we will see which out of these four is most reactive and which is least reactive, and we will arrange them in increasing or decreasing order of their reactivity towards nucleophilic substitution reactions. So let us first start with the relative stability of acid derivatives. So first let us start relative stability of acid derivative. So first I will be using the general as a already you are already aware we are using this as a general term for carboxylic acid derivative. This I have explained in my previous lectures. Now let us write the resonating structures. Now these will go here. Basically it has two lone pair of electrons. Now so what we will get are C negative, positive, L. So this is the first resonating structure. This is second. So next we have this atom which is attached to carbon of depending upon the type of acid derivative. All these atoms have lone pair of electrons, being it halogen or oxygen or nitrogen. All they have a lone pair of electrons, so they can participate in this resonance. So basically this is the third resonating structure. Positive. So we will be mostly interested in this resonating structure. So the relative stability of these acid derivatives, that will depend upon the contribution of these resonating structures towards resonance hybrid. So we will be finding which which of this resonating structure is stable from the four carboxylic acid derivatives. Okay, those structure I will write here. So structure, the contribution of structure 3 towards resonance hybrid decides the stability. Acid derivative greater the contribution of 3, greater the contribution of resonating structure 3, higher the stability. Now let us write this resonating structure for individual carboxylic acid derivative. For acid chloride it will be something like this: R C O negative double bond Cl positive. This is let us give a number 3A. This is in case of acid chloride. Okay, and for anhydrides it will be R C O negative double bond O positive C double bond O R dash. This is, let us give a number 3B. This is in case of anhydride. Then in case of esters it will be RC O negative double bond O R dash. It is so it is positive. So this is let us give a number 3C. It is in case of esters. And finally in case of amide the structure will be RC double bond NH2 positive. So this is in case of amide. Let us give it number 3D. Now we will see out of 3A, 3B, 3C and 3D which is most stable. So the one which is most stable, that carboxylic acid derivative will be most stable. So now our aim is we have to find which out of 3A, 3B, 3C and 3D is more stable. So depending upon that, if it is more stable, it will definitely have a higher contribution towards resonance hybrid. So acid derivative will be more stable. Now let us first compare these 3B, 3C and 3D. 3B is the resonating structure of anhydride, 3C is the resonating structure of esters, whereas 3D is the resonating structure of amide. Now you can see that in all these structures we have a, you see here, we have a positive charge on heteroatom. Okay, in case of amides the charge is on nitrogen, whereas in case of anhydride and esters it is the oxygen atom that bears a positive charge. Now so as it is clearly evident from the resonating structures, now if we compare electronegativity of nitrogen and oxygen, so we know that oxygen is more electronegative than nitrogen. So all of us know that oxygen is more electronegative than nitrogen. Now we have a positive charge on electronegative atom. That means now we are discussing about relative stabilities. Okay, so all these have a positive charge on electronegative atom. But now as we have to compare out of these three which is more stable. Okay, so the nitrogen being less electronegative, or we can say oxygen being more electronegative than nitrogen, it has a positive charge here. So we know that from the basics of resonance that if positive charge is present on a more electronegative atom, then it leads to instability. So the structures 3B and 3C, so I will write here structures 3B and 3C will have lesser contribution than 3D. The reason is simple, because here the positive charge is on nitrogen, whereas in 3B and 3C the positive charge is on oxygen. So oxygen being more electronegative, so these are relatively less stable than 3D. So the resonating structure of amide 3D has the higher contribution towards resonance hybrid than anhydride and esters. So amides are more stable. So from this we came to know that amides are more stable than anhydrides and esters. So once again I will repeat how I have came to a conclusion that amide is more stable. So as I have already discussed with you that the stability will depend upon the contribution of this resonating structure. So when we compared the resonating structure of anhydride, esters and amide, we saw that there was a positive charge on electronegative atom, but in case of amide it was on nitrogen, whereas in case of anhydride and ester it was on oxygen. As we know that oxygen is more electronegative, so it will not prefer to have a positive charge, so it will lead to instability. So the resonating structure 3B and 3C in case of anhydride and ester is less stable than 3D in case of amide. So their contribution is less. If their contribution towards resonance hybrid is less, definitely they are less stable. So amides, they are more stable than anhydrides and esters. Now let us compare 3B and 3C. So I will write here once again, let us compare anhydride and esters, because both of these have positive charge on oxygen. So there will be might be some other factors which we can take help from those to decide which is more stable. So once again I will write the resonating structure here for anhydride Rc O negative double bond O positive C double bond OR. This is anhydride, whereas ester it is, this is a 3B. Ester is Rc negative double bond O positive R dash. This is ester. So this is alkyl group. Okay. Now we can see that in case of esters and anhydrides, up to here it is the same. So up to here it is the same in case of esters and anhydride. The difference arises from here. In case of esters, it is the alkyl group. Okay, alkyl group that is immediately attached to oxygen. Now alkyl has plus I effect. That means it is electron donating group. Okay. So as alkyl group has electron donating group, so it will donate its electrons towards oxygen. So it is plus I effect. So it is an electron donating group. Now let us see in case of anhydride, we have this Rc double bond O group. Basically, carbonyl group is immediately attached to oxygen. Now this carbonyl group CO group has minus I effect. Minus I effect means if I have to write here, so it is basically electron withdrawing group. Okay, so minus I effect of carbonyl group, whereas it has plus I effect. Now let us see what is the effect of this plus I and minus I effect on the stability. Now as alkyl group, in case of ester, it donates its electrons towards oxygen, so it reduces the positive charge on oxygen. Okay, so in case of esters, the alkyl group reduces the positive charge on oxygen by plus I effect of alkyl group. So if it reduces the positive charge, we know that any factor that reduces the charge, it stabilizes it. So alkyl group stabilizes esters. So they stabilizes the ester. Whereas in case of anhydride, if we see in case of anhydrides have CO group which has minus I effect, as already discussed with you. So it increases as what it will do, it will attract, this CO group will attract more electrons from oxygen, so it will intensify the positive charge on this oxygen. So it increases or intensifies the positive charge on oxygen. So as you can see, the here more and more positive charge will come on oxygen. Any factor that intensifies the charge, it destabilizes it. We all know that any factor that intensifies a charge destabilizes it. So this carbonyl group of anhydride, CO group of anhydride destabilizes anhydrides relative to esters. So from here what we have learnt, esters are more stable than anhydrides. Esters are more stable than anhydrides. So previously we learnt what? We have learnt that amides are more stable than anhydrides and esters, as you can see from here that we have already explained. Now we have explained esters are more stable than anhydrides. So until now what we know that amides, they are more stable than anhydrides, sorry, esters, they are more stable than esters, and esters they are more stable than anhydrides. This is order of stability. So far we learned amides are more stable than esters than anhydrides. Now we are left with acid chloride. So I have not discussed that because we have to discuss them little differently. Now let us compare acid chlorides. So what are acid chlorides? RCOCl. Okay, so here its resonating structure will be, so we have already drawn here the resonating structure that we have to compare. O negative, and we have Cl positive. Now here this resonance, the participation of this electrons of halogen towards resonance, we have to see whether it is efficient or no. Now let us compare it with amides. Let us take any case of amide RCO negative double bond NH2 positive. Now this carbon has 2p orbital, nitrogen also has 2p orbital. Okay, uh, this carbon has 2p orbital, whereas this chlorine has a 3p orbital. So as this is a overlap, they have to share their electrons overlap. The overlap is efficient among orbitals of same size and energy. A carbon has 2p orbital. The lone pair of electrons they are present in 2p orbitals, or the electrons they are present in 2p orbital. Nitrogen has 2p orbital. In nitrogen also the valence orbital is 2p. The lone pair of electron is present in 2p orbital, whereas in case of chlorine has lone pair in 3p orbital. Okay, so the overlap 2p 2p overlap is efficient. 2p 3p overlap is not efficient. Why? Because 3p orbital has a bigger size and higher energy than 2p orbital. They are not of same energy. That's why this overlap is not efficient. So why I have compared with nitrogen? Because both nitrogen and Cl have identical electronegativity, because our first thing to explain the order of stability was on the basis of electronegativity, but nitrogen and chlorine they have almost same electronegativity. So we need some other explanations, and the explanation is quite evident when we looked at their orbitals that are involved in this overlap. the orbitals which are overlapping. In case of acid chlorides, it is 2p orbital of carbon and 3p orbital of halogen that are overlapping, and this overlap is not effective. Why? Because 3p orbital is bigger in size than 2p orbital and it also has higher energy. Whereas in case of amides, the orbitals that are overlapping, it is 2p orbital of carbon and 2p orbital of nitrogen. So here the overlap is efficient. So the contribution of this structure in case of acid chloride is very less, 3a. The contribution of 3a towards resonance hybrid is very less. So that's why acid chlorides are least stable. Acid chlorides are least stable. So far from all our discussion, if we have to write the relative order of stability, then we can write that amides, they are most stable. Then we have esters, then we have anhydrides, and at last acid chlorides are least stable. This is the relative order of stability. Now higher the stability, lesser is the reactivity. So the order of reactivity will be reverse of this. Order of reactivity will be the reverse of this order. So it will be acid chloride will be most reactive, then anhydrides, then comes uh, esters, and amides are least reactive. So this is the order of reactivity of acid chlorides considering their relative order of stability, and their order of stability we have explained on the basis of first we draw their resonating structures, then we see the various factors that stabilizes those resonating structures, electronegativity and this overlap among orbitals. So this is the order of reactivity. Now the second approach will be on the basis of leaving group. Now as I have already discussed the general mechanism of this reaction in my previous lecture, so I will just quickly write here what is the mechanism. This nucleophile had to attack here, so it will give a tetrahedral intermediate. This is R, this is a nucleophile, this is L, so this is intermediate. Now in the next step this L has to go, minus L, R C double bond O. Now the more easily L can depart, greater will be the reactivity, because we have to remove it. So that is the basis of our second methodology to decide their order of reactivity on the basis of leaving group. Now we have to see in case of acid chlorides we have to identify the leaving groups. So acid chloride RCOCl plus nucleophile, it gives you RCO nucleophile plus Cl negative. So this is the leaving group. In case of anhydrides plus a nucleophile, when we add nucleophile here, so we have RC double bond O nucleophile, leaving group with R dash COO negative. Then in case of esters, RCOOR dash plus nucleophile. Here you can see it is RC double bond O nucleophile plus OR dash negative. So please see my previous lecture where I have discussed the general mechanism of this nucleophilic substitution reaction, and at last amides R C double bond O NH2 plus nucleophile. So we give R C double bond O nucleophile plus NH2 negative. Now these are the leaving groups. Cl negative in case of acyl chlorides, R dash COO negative in case of anhydride, R dash O negative in case of it is alkoxide ion, it is carboxylate ion, it is chloride ion, and it is amide ion. Okay, so these are the leaving group. Now we have to see which is a better leaving group. Now generally it is said that weak bases are good leaving group. Now let us write the leaving group in all case. So leaving group in case of acid chloride, it is Cl negative. In case of anhydride, it is R dash CO negative carboxylate ion. In case of ester, it is alkoxide ion R dash O negative, and in case of amide, it is NH2 negative. Now out of these four we have to find which is a weak base. The one which is a weak base, that will be a good leaving group, and a good leaving group, that means the acid derivative which has a good leaving group, that will be more reactive. Now in order to find their basicity, first let us write their conjugate acid. So I always prefer this technique, so that there is no confusion. So base is Cl negative, R dash COO negative, R dash O negative, NH2 negative. Now let us write their conjugate acid. So conjugate acid, so its conjugate acid we will add H positive, it will become HCl, it will become R dash COOH, it will become R dash OH alcohol, it will become NH3. Now stronger the conjugate acid, weaker is base. Okay, now let us write the order of their acidic character of their conjugate acid. We know that HCl is a stronger acid than carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid is stronger acid than alcohol, and alcohol is stronger acid than ammonia. Now if HCl is the strongest acid, then Cl negative will be the weakest base. So the order of bases is Cl negative is the weakest base. So order of reactivity is this. HCl is stronger acid than carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid is stronger acid than alcohol. Alcohol is stronger than ammonia. And the order of basicity will be reverse. The order of basicity of their conjugate base. So Cl negative is the weakest base, then carboxylate, then alkoxide, then amide, NH2 negative. So this is the order of their basic character. So the Cl negative being the weakest base, so it is a good leaving group. So leaving group, leaving group capacity, I will just give a name, leaving group capacity. So Cl negative is a better leaving group than R dash COO negative, which is better than R dash O negative, and which is better than NH2 negative. So this is a leaving group of acid chloride. You can see I have already written here. So this is acid chloride has a better leaving group than anhydride, then ester, then amide. So that is the order of reactivity, because acid chloride has the best leaving group. So the order of reactivity is acid chloride RCOCl is greater than RCOOCOR dash anhydride, which is greater than ester and which is greater than amide. So this is the relative order of their reactivity towards nucleophilic substitution reaction. Nucleophilic substitution. Okay, so we are discussing for nucleophilic substitution reaction. This is the order of reactivity. This we have came to conclusion from both the things, the leaving group as well as the relative order of stability, that indicates that acid chloride they are most reactive, then anhydrides, then esters and amides are least reactive. So please do remember, this is very important. When we also have to discuss their interconversion, we will use this order of reactivity, and it is quite easy. And in my previous lecture that I discussed with you the general mechanism of the substitution, please also go through that. So that was all for today. Thank you very much for your kind attention. See you in next lecture.